Oh man, oh my goodness. I'll say it right now. This was a perfect friggin' film. I mean, they knew exactly what they had to make up for with those past X-Men movies, and they totally nailed it, and then some. I mean, it's honestly one of the best action movies I've ever seen. Hands down. Anytime you felt like it was heading down some cliched road, the movie itself would actually point it out. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are going to try to compare Deadpool to The Mask or Roger Rabbit. And sure, in some ways there are similarities, but the biggest difference, aside from all the hilarious ultra-violence of course, is the way Deadpool calls itself out when it starts doing something predictable. Even during the heartfelt and emotional scenes, they knew just how to slide in a little joke without ruining the moment. This is a turning point for not just comic book movies, but action movies in general. Deadpool has raised the bar to the point where from now on action movies will actually have to address the ridiculous tropes and cliches that we've amassed over the years. Now, they don't have to go as far as to call out actors from previous films or breaking the fourth wall and such, but they do need to start pointing out the fact that Vin Diesel is not a member of the X-Men, and therefore he should have died many movies ago within the Fast and Furious franchise thing. When I think about the blockbuster action flicks that we got coming up like Batman vs. Superman, Captain America 3, and Ninja Turtles, the idea that these films need to be taken and handled with the utmost of care and sincerity seems a little off now. But that's not to say that we can't have earnest films like The Dark Knight, but there are moments of improbability in these types of movies that we gotta address now. When superhero movies were just starting to get popular, the very idea seemed kinda silly to most people. So many of our favorite comic heroes got toned way down so they could appeal to the uninitiated. Then, once the MCU or Marvel Cinematic Universe started building up steam, the studios started to realize that people actually want to see a man dressed in the stars and stripes and a blonde-haired, hammer-swinging god that wears a red cape. But now we've reached a level where not only can we make photorealistic versions of these characters on screen, but we can also make darn good movies that poke fun at themselves while at the same time showing the utmost respect for the source material. Guardians of the Galaxy has definitely made some strides towards this new direction, but Deadpool took it one step further in a way that I'm sure a lot of people never thought would be commercially viable. I really cannot express just how excited I am for this new approach to comic book movies. I'll bet that after seeing Deadpool that a lot of studios are going to be making a few rewrites and tweaks to the stories that are soon to come. For example, I'm sure they got a pretty clear idea of how they want to present Thanos in the Infinity Wars, but now I think they might have to shift gears just a little bit or else Homeboy might come off looking a little silly. This movie really is a lot of fun. You'll be cracking up at the spot-on jokes and the action is so perfectly timed that it feels like you're on a friggin' theme park ride. So stop what you're doing right now and go see Deadpool. Because I can say firsthand that this movie will definitely wake you up before you go.